Hare Krishna. Today our satsang is Karma Yoga, Shloka 1, 2 and 3. Arjuna made a question. O Janardhana, why do you want me to engage in the ghastly warfare? If you think that intelligence is better than fruitative work, my intelligence is bewildered by your equivocal instructions. Therefore, please tell me decisively what will be the most beneficial for me. The Supreme Personality of the Godhead said, O sinless Arjuna, I have already explained that there are two classes of men who try to realize the self. Some are inclined to understand him by empirical philosophical speculations, and others by devotional work. So Arjuna is not inclined to work. He wants to abstain from work because he feels, because of passion, that such killing is sinful. And Krishna showed him the path and asked him to fix his mind and intelligence on Supreme instead of on fruits of action. So Lord Sri Krishna emphasized on intelligence adjustment, intellectual adjustment. Now Arjuna puts this question, that if you think that intelligence is better than fruit of work, then why do you want me to engage in this ghastly warfare? Because I will keep my intelligence on Supreme and I will abstain from war, then also the same results will follow, because your total focus is on the adjustment of intelligence on Supreme. So how action is important here? If intelligence and intellectual adjustment is required for attainment of Supreme. So this is the question put by Arjuna. This is also a very intellectual question, that if our mind is fixed on Supreme very easily by sitting in the home or going village, forest or in temple, then what is the need to do that ghastly war things like killing others? So Arjuna's question here is very substantial and it is very demanding also. So Lord Sri Krishna is saying here that yes, I have already declared there are two paths of realizing Him. One by knowledge and one by action. By knowledge is GYANA, Sankhya system, and by action is Karma system. And the common thing between these two is getting attached to Krishna. Involvement of Krishna, which is missing in our life here now, has to be distracted. And Krishna has to be introduced in our lives, whether we are sannyasis or we are karmics, karma yogis. Even if you left everything and gone to forest, leaving all karmas, then also remembering the Lord is required. You are in the household life, maintaining the family and doing work, rotative work, then also linking with Krishna in yoga is required. So the total concept of philosophy here is getting attached to Lord, the Supreme Lord. Why so? Why should we get attached to Lord? We can do our karmas and live our life successfully without God. So what is the need here to develop so much of complex things? Philosophy, yoga and etc. The need is there because karma is not enough. Karma can produce pleasures but not bliss, and pleasures can give you a temporary joy, not permanent, whereas bliss and peace can give you a permanent joy. You may be in any condition of life, you may be very rich or very poor. That is not to be considered. The thing to be considered is whether you are blissful and happy in both circumstances. And even being poor you are happy, then you are better than a rich man. And being rich and not happy is worse than poor man. So both the circumstances, a complete bliss of consciousness is required. Then only we can lead a good life. Otherwise, always in tension, morose, despondent, seeking and unfortunate. This type of living is not recommended for human beings. Human beings are rated high among all the living beings, especially all animal categories. So this thing Krishna here is saying, that intellectual adjustment is required even doing karmas. Because if there is no intellectual adjustment, then the same karma will be a path to hell. The same karma will lead in severe bondages, bewildering you more and more in material universe. So this is very important. So karma and intelligence are, you can say, interrelated. If intelligence is fixed on fruits, then karma is very disturbing from beginning to end, because the total concentration will be on the fruits and which are not easy to be obtained. Even if you get fruits, so then also there is severe threat of bondages. So dear devotees, Krishna is saying is karma or sannyas. In both the cases, mind and intelligence should be fixed on me and nothing else. In both the circumstances, if his mind is not fixed on Supreme, then both become pretending, cheating themselves, because sannyasa is meant for renouncing everything for sake of Supreme. And karma is renouncing fruits of action for sake. In both the cases, Supreme is common fact. So if Supreme is the ultimate factor, then there is no danger. But our self-centered activities